Hey, it's Ivan the Terrible Golfer. Today, I have a cool test for you. I've got this Ben Hogan Apex iron. This is an iron from 1973. You can see how bladey that is. I mean, even though it's a 6, it's almost like a butter knife. So this is lofted at 34 degrees. So this club is 51 years old. I've got a 2023 JPX 923 forged in an 8 iron that is the exact same loft. So we're gonna do a loft for loft comparison. They're two clubs different. We may see a little bit of difference because of the longer shaft with the 6 iron. I'm gonna try to choke down just a little bit to make that a little bit more even. I'm not really sure if I can, but it is a loft for loft test. So let's go with the Hogan Apex 1973. This is the second iteration of the Apex iron ever. So the Apex iron was the first, a Ben Hogan iron. You know, now Callaway owns the name, so they bought Ben Hogan and they have Apex irons now. But this is where it first came from. So I'm excited for this test. Let's get it going. In theory, this old 50-year-old blade should be a lot harder to hit. It's not going to be as forgiving on all the new technology that has come in the last 50 years, or is it? Who knows? I kind of am of the opinion that there's not a ton of tech in these new irons. You know, the 3D printed irons, that's something that's kind of new, you know, so you kind of make an argument for that, but otherwise, I don't think there's been a ton of advancements. Now, looking down at this ball, that's just a tiny little butter knife, so it looks a little bit less confidence expiring and a lot flatter lie. But let's see how we do here. Well, we hit it left. We're gonna take, so my 8 iron I normally carry in the 140s, so that's about the right number. It just way left, 33 yards to the left. So we're gonna take 10 shots and take the 5 best of each. That was flush. That felt absolutely great. It's kind of funny because flushed, it went 148 carry, 159 total. You know, I flushed my 6 iron, you know, 170 now-ish, you know. And I'm not like a big swinger or whatever. 76 club head speed is all we got there. 4,800 spin. Smash factor was at 136, which is really solid. That's good. That's solid for my 8 iron as well. So, yeah. Pretty good ball. Turn it over a little bit too much though. 151 carry, 163 total. So, come on back. Yeah, just let the face open. 140 carry, 147 total. I mean, they're pretty consistent though, I'm noticing, you know, like, didn't hit the ball well, but it still, you know, is in that, you know, 10-yard range of what I would expect. Little left on that guy. 148 carry, 159 total there. Not a bad ball. Let's see how many shots I've done. Okay, that is 10 shots. So that is our last shot with the 1973 Ben Hogan Apex 34 degrees of loft, 6 iron. So up next, I have the Mizuno JPX 923 forged iron. So this is a forged head, all one piece metal. It's 34 degrees of loft. See that top line is much more generous than the bladey one we saw from the Ben Hogan iron, but it is, you know, relatively players-ish looking. A little bit thinner than a chunky game improvement iron, but still got a little chunk to it to give you a little bit of confidence. So let's hit the 8 iron, see how we do. It did definitely feel better just off that. That was a touch fat, but the feeling on the new Mizuno was definitely a little bit better than the old 50-year-old blade. Pretty decent ball there. 137 carry, 148 total, about 6,000 spin. Club speed at 76, smash factor 133. That's gonna be a little bit better, I think. Yeah, 143 carry, 154 total. That's a little bit more of what I'm used to seeing out of my 8-iron there. 134 smash, 77 club head speed, 5,600 spin, height about 96 feet. Little left there, but it felt pretty nice. Yeah, not too far left. 146 carry, 156 total. Really good ball there. 6,000 spin, 77 club head speed. Very nice ball. A little armsy there. Little hooky there. 141 carry, 152 total. So not the best display of ball striking I've ever had, but that's pretty normal. I am Ivan the Terrible Golfer. I'm like a 10 handicap right now, so you know that's about what you get. Let's take a look at our averages here. I think I actually did a pretty good job of not swinging the Hogan quite as hard. There's only a half a mile difference in club head speed. So we swung them relatively the same. Smash factor was dead even. Did not expect that. Ball speed pretty dang close, 103 to 103. This is the Mizuno at the top, the brand new 2023 club versus the 1973 club that's 50 years older on the bottom. So launch angle, the 8-iron did launch a little bit higher with a little bit more spin, which it should because it's an 8-iron, it's a shorter club, and we want that 8-iron to launch a little bit higher, land a little bit softer. So club manufacturers have jacked the lofts, but they've done some work to keep the spin a little bit higher and keep that ball stopping on the green. So I like that actually. So, but it equated to about a 3-yard difference in carry. So the apex, the 6-iron did carry a little bit further, and then the total distance was about 6 yards of difference. So we hit the Hogan a little bit further on average, and we also launched it a little bit lower, and it actually had a lower peak height of 81 feet versus 95. Again, I think some of that is the shaft and the club heads, and Mizuno doing a good job of making that 8-iron, fly a little bit higher and spin a little bit more. Let's take a look at the dispersion. So we got one outlier. We pulled this guy a little bit, about 18 yards or so, 16 yards or so to the left, and then we got our other 4 here. So the dispersion circle was a little bit wider with the 6-iron, which you would expect with a 6-iron versus an 8-iron. But again, this is a loft for loft comparison, and we were much straighter with the Mizuno. We did have one that we hung out a little bit with the face open, about 8 or 9 yards there to the right. So again, another look at the Ben Hogan. Look at that, baby. It's a really pretty iron there. I love, the badge on the Ben Hogan irons. That is a 6-iron, the 1973 Ben Hogan Apex iron, the 6-iron versus the Mizuno JPX 923 forged iron. Also a very beautiful iron. Shape has changed a little bit, a little bit more rounded sole. If you look here, you can see the difference there and the thickness on the bottom. And then, if I turn that around, there's quite a bit of difference, on top line as well. So I'm kind of shocked a little bit that, for one, that I swung them relatively similar. I did try to choke down a little bit with that 6-iron. And the shaft maybe a little bit heavier. That kind of probably contributed to that. But smash factor exactly the same, ball speed exactly the same, club speed almost exactly the same. And then we're with about 5 or 6 yards, on carrying distance. Does 50 yards make a big difference? In my opinion, they feel a lot better. They launch a lot higher. You get more distance. The number's just different, on the club. But not a huge difference in performance. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we will check you later.